changes because we're creating another compound. It is actually basic. Alright, I'm going to do sodium first. Now notice that I have these stored. Can you guys see what that is? It's stored in a liquid. You see that? That is actually oil. It's mineral oil. We store it in mineral oil because sodium, both of these are really reactive with water. Okay? So that's why I'm going to wear gloves. I don't want to get it on my hands or anything because it would actually burn me pretty badly. Alright, now, if you look at where they're at on the periodic table, if you turn around and look up there, they're on the left-hand column, right? Sodium is higher than potassium. So sodium is actually less reactive because the alkali metals, as you go down the group, they get more reactive as they go down. So I'm going to pull one of these out here. I got a big chunk here. I'm not going to put the whole chunk in there. But I want you to show you something here about this. Can everybody see that? That's what it looks like. Now, the interesting thing about this metal is it's really soft. I can actually cut it pretty easily. See that? See how I was able to cut that? It's real shiny. Alright? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the water. I want you to watch what happens. Okay? Now, that's a very exothermic reaction, all right? That means it gets very hot. Why do you think it turned, I got this pink over here because some flew over there. But this becomes very basic then because we're producing sodium hydroxide, which is a base. Now, let me dump this out. Now, remember what I said? Potassium is more reactive than the sodium, right? Notice it is also stored. It's also stored in a liquid. All right? Now the potassium pieces are considerably smaller than the, you notice? But watch what we can do to them. I can still cut it pretty easily. And see how it's shiny now? You can see that? Now watch what happens when I drop this one in there. See how it's much more reactive? It caught fire right away because it is much more reactive than the sodium. Now, what do you think would happen if we went to the next one down the line?
Let's do it.
It's even more reactive. You get a big explosion, right? Now, we use little chunks. Notice I use a littler chunk of the potassium than I did of the sodium. If I use the bigger chunk, I could have a big boom. And that's why I do this behind the hood here too, because you saw what happened when the sodium popped, right? Now it's all over my window there.